Asterix.
Hi, I'm back. So I wanted to do a short video showing what I'm doing with the Force and my guitar. So I started learning how to play about 2 years ago. I'm still learning. Also, while I'm learning to songwrite with the guitar, which is different from me playing piano and coming up with melodies and that kind of stuff. And it's all about that learning a new instrument kind of thing. So having to grasp how to use the instrument and how to use it effectively with the music that I make. So I kind of wanted to spend a little bit of time trying to show you how I'm using it. Now, mind you, there are some things that I am still working on as far as my setup goes. I'm trying to minimize the amount of things that I have going on. Right now, I have been totally dependent on using my UAD interface, which has been a true blessing because of its well pronounced routing capabilities. And what I mean is, I love the cues. I take advantage of my cues for a lot of things, from using my TC Electronics level meter to using it for headphone mixes and for basically just routing stuff that can't be routed normally. I take full advantage of it and I love it. I wish I had more cues to work with within the UAD platform. It would be nice. UAD, please add more cues outside of the 4 that I've got, because I sure could use them. What I've been doing is doing a lot of allowing my Force to kind of be the master recording platform for me when I'm creating my music. And in doing that, I needed to still be able to kind of use Ableton for some stuff. Like I've been using the Helix Native app for some guitar tones, and I'm about to get into some really weird sound design stuff with the some of the guitar stuff that I'm about to be working on. So I like doing a lot of experimentation, and I like mixing things together to give me a unique sound. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start capturing some of the sounds that I'm creating inside of the Ableton and capturing it to my neural quad cortex unit, because it has capturing capabilities. I haven't tried it yet, but I am working through the routing for how I'm going to be able to do this, because I need to be able to send signal out of the cortex into the DAW, then out from the DAW into the cortex. So there's some things that I'm still working on from a technical standpoint, and this is kind of what's got me limited on this video. I wanted to have all that stuff worked out. I'm missing a few pieces in my setup that I'm waiting on to happen this week, and once I get all that working, I'm going to do a video showing what I'm going to do with it from a sound design perspective, and maybe showcase some of the weird stuff that I want to do. But for this video, I wanted to at least kind of walk through how I'm learning to develop songs. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to show what I'm trying to do with it. I have a couple of little issues as far as being able to, try to record. And because I'm a newbie, so I really need my hands to be on the guitar when I'm recording. So when you're doing that, you got to use your feet. And unfortunately, the Force does not have foot switch control, and the MIDI, they don't have MIDI CC. Please, Akai, add MIDI CC to this device so that we can control basic transport functionality, because it's like not even just a guitar player's issue, it's a performance person's issue as well, because a lot of times when you're performing live, you need to have some kind of foot switch control to be able to turn things on and off and make scene changes and that kind of stuff, and you do that through MIDI CC. But I wanted to kind of spend some time showing you what I'm doing as far as guitar goes. Now, I've been through a bunch of iterations with my guitar setup. I started out with different guitars when I first started, and they were not comfortable to hold and to play. I'm still fighting with acoustic stuff right now. I have a Dreadnought that I've still got, but when I go to play it, it's like sticking out way out here, and I'm like trying to play it, you know, and I've gotten so used to playing this guitar, which is a Strandberg, and I like this guitar because it has the shape that allows you to have more comfort, and holding it is more comfortable as well. It's got like a bunch of ergonomics built into it for guitar playing, and it really is graceful for the user to be able to play. It takes a little bit of getting used to because the frets are flared, they're going cockawammy sideways, which is not normal. But once you get used to that flaring going sideways, you don't even notice it's there anymore. And it's headless, which is kind of weird. Not being able to have that headstock is a little different, but not really. It's less weight. This thing weighs less than 5 pounds, right at 5 pounds. But yeah, so the other thing that I've recently just started messing with is the Quad Cortex. Again, I wanted to get into more sound design kind of things, so I wanted to start doing captures of like maybe some of my pedals so that I can not have to, you know, unhook everything from my pedal board and just use the captures with the Cortex. I do have a pedal board. You've never seen it. I've never shown it on my channel before. It's still kind of in works. I've been working on it for 2 years straight. The reason why is because it's such a complex pedal board, and once it's done and I can say that I'm using it and it's working great, then I'll do a video on it. Until then, no. It's like still in its baby infancy. I've got a lot of cable wiring going on with it. I had grounding problems. My grounding problems have been cured, thank God, because that was a nightmare. I've got it running in stereo. I have a couple of issues that I'm still having with the gear that's on it. Well, let's just jump into the music stuff with the Force, and I'll just kind of walk you through what I've been doing. All right, so let's just talk about the music. All right, so again, I am trying to blend guitar in with the music that I make. So starting out, I've been doing a lot of R&B, pop, trap music, and I've been doing that for a couple of years now. So my mindset is kind of in that realm. So the stuff that I've been making has been kind of going down that path. But when I started adding guitar, because of how I've listened to guitar and how the things I've been learning with guitar are not necessarily R&B, trap, and that kind of stuff, pop. It's like blending a bunch of different genres into one. But that's okay. Sometimes you get some quirky stuff from mixing and blending genres. Not always good stuff, but stuff nonetheless. So I started out with drums on this track, and let's just play that. And I normally don't start out with drums. I normally start out with melody. But I think what I've been doing with my guitar practice is because I'm working on fingers development, fingering skills, being able to navigate the fretboard a specific, a specific speed, that I always have like a beat playing with my pedal board. So I guess that's just kind of part of the learning process too of now I need to translate the melody stuff first, like I do with the piano stuff, and translate that into my songwriting. So it's almost like learning how to write songs completely all over again, and it's really driving me kind of nuts. So I started out with drums, and then I had like this wacky, really basic guitar melody thing. So I have like this rock kind of guitar, and I've got a bunch of different effects on it. Ultimately, I may end up stripping some of these effects down when I transfer it to Ableton and come up with better sounding effects. Because when I listen to it now, I'm not feeling this ensemble effect anymore. It sounded okay to me at first, but when I listen to it by itself, not so much now. The other sound that I have going is just straight from the Cortex. It's like kind of a wah sounding vintage chorus with tape delay and an envelope filter. That's what's going on with that rhythm portion of the sound of the guitar. And then I added for texture kind of a bell melody, and it's just very basic. I've got a delay on it and reverb. And of course, I've been taking advantage of using my Output Arcade subscription. They have like a plethora of very, very nice vocal stems out there, and it's growing exponentially every day. So I've grabbed those, and I have a basic 808. So this is like a stupid basic 808, because with all the other stuff going on, it's just, I felt like it was just too much. And it probably really is. This is like one of the first times I've ever felt like I don't really know where I'm going with this song. So I got to start working on the verses, the pre-chorus. Those are two things that I haven't really dug into yet with this one. So I got to come up with another lead sound. I am so sorry. I'm really tired. So I've been trying to get this video out, but I was waiting to get some of the components in so that I could get everything hooked up and kind of walk through it. And I was putting off doing this video until I got the EMC6 in, so that I could showcase how it works with the Force and using system exclusive messages. But I just ran across a deal on that good yesterday. And luckily the guy is in town, so I should get it early this week. He shipped it out already, so maybe by Wednesday or Thursday I'll have it in hand, and I'll be able to post something this weekend. I've already got all of the technical details worked out on how to set up the system exclusive messages. So I'm just really hoping that I can get that working, because that is like the thing that has been really holding me back from really digging deeper into my guitar playing with the Force. Because again, I've been using the Force exclusively as my music creation platform. I've been doing very little stuff in Ableton outside of doing my solid mixes and transferring and bouncing into Luna. Luna is my bounce platform that I use, and for mastering. It's because of all the UAD plugins that I have that I'm used to using, and the way their quality, the sound that I get from them. I'll probably never go to hardware, not with the kind of software that's being developed that has a really good sound, like the stuff that I can get from UAD. But yeah, I've been really focusing in on just doing my mixes and the mastering and that kind of stuff. And I really wanted to like completely, move forward with this guitar stuff, because it's something that it's been on my list for a while. And I kind of put it on the back burner for a little bit, but I have to like keep moving forward with it. So I've kind of redirected my initiatives as of late into getting back focused on intermixing the guitar stuff with my music creation. And again, I know this sounds a little odd. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm really tired. I have been really focusing in on trying to meld what I've been doing for the past 2 years in with the guitar stuff, and trying to listen to more guitar-based music, which there's not a lot of it available. All the stuff that is available now is more kind of neo-soul sounding, real ambient kind of guitar sounding stuff. None of the old school R&B stuff that I really like, where there's lots of good licks and pull-offs and hammer-ons and stuff like that. Those are those styles I really want to integrate into what I'm doing, have more rhythm, that kind of stuff. I just have to get in more practice with the guitar and get more accustomed to those types of skills that are required to be able to do it. But this is like the first step in getting there, is just really just forcing myself to sit down in front of the machine and just making something. It doesn't matter what it sounds like at this point. It's just making something. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do. So if you're enjoying this kind of content and you want to partake in the experiments that I'm gonna be coming up with the guitar stuff with the Force, please subscribe and like. The algorithm is a cruel bitch. Let's just be honest. She is a cruel and undaunting heifer, and without your help, my video will never be seen by anybody. So it would be much appreciated if you would give me a like, subscribe. If you're interested in keeping abreast of when I'm putting up the videos, click on the bell notification. And that's all I've got for this one, guys. I'll see you on the next one.